Talia. I feel like Talia is definitely someone who lives for the lanes, whereas Lilia lives for herself. So that's why we're seeing teams not really combo with the Renekton. It doesn't quite work.
You put it perfectly, especially Pantheon. Oh, Mole.
I think Forge is dead. Yep, Forge is dead, but he will just flash forward and get himself the gold card down. They are just still sticking around. There's actually a little bit of a bait here from the side of Rogue Warriors to go all the way in. They're trying to take down PP God, and they will. Gold card has landed. Much more available to make plays. And speaking of making plays, they're going to force the flash out of Trigger, but there is no flash onto PP God. And then sadly for him, your god is dead, says Rogue Warriors, as V5 now find themselves at equal kills. Nice. Bringing a team together. We are seeing everyone jump in, and whoa, we're straight back into the action. It's a 5v5 straight on the Rift Herald. You talked about it just before we started this, but it looks like it's V5 who are the ones that are coming out ahead. 2 kills for Weiwei. The Rift Herald still yet to go down as well. Oh, disaster for Rogue Warriors. How did it happen? Buddy, you need a dive buddy for it to make to really have its, you know, full effect, especially with the ultimate.
It's also
now, you know, 4 people on the top side. You can drop Rift Herald here, give all this yummy golden plates to Trigger, and that's a Kai'Sa who's now getting.
And yeah, overall, it was just a massive win for V5. Oh god,
big win, and oh my lord, Forge is getting.
So you have Forge TP down, and you look for a kill on Audi with your 2-man setup. But then, like on our screen, if you ever went for something like that, V5 are just going to win out more on other areas of the map because they're just so much stronger right now.
Yeah, with this Rift Herald and Audi off to the backside, he's going to use the explosive cast. Doesn't quite get the angle. Solar Flare doesn't really hit either. Will lose themselves the Rift Herald, but they gain.
Be able to start stacking these dragons. And even touching on Weiwei and you hitting on that Gale Force earlier, I really like the buy coming in. I think logically you would be able to justify some kind of Immortal Shield Bow build into what Rogue Warriors have picked, but the fact that he is just so far ahead, he can go for this Gale Force and go for the Assassin ultimate. That can only work when you're doing that into 1, maybe 2 members. Forge cannot do that into the whole team of V5, so the question marks still remain.
Still, you know, eventually going to be able to make his way up. He has teleport as well. He's going to commit it here. You can see right now, Rogue Warriors, they have to try and do something, but they're just being turned on. This is a huge amount of CC just being thrown on top of Reheal, who goes down almost instantly. You can't go near this pit. This is not your jungle. This is V5's area of the map, and you have to respect it.
This also goes to the fact that V5 have such a good ability to turn between Gragas, Leona, Kai'Sa. They can very easily get onto the members of Rogue Warriors if they try to contest.
They need Harrow. He's 3 levels down, so it is a 70-30 in terms of smite fights. But they land a triple bubble, instant cleanse, and they try and just throw everything at them. They don't have to stay on the Baron. They can turn and burn. The paddle stars are just raining in like mortars from a battlefield. V5 still chasing, still searching. They've Trigger chasing down with Audi. They're going to force almost all, if not every single. Try and get 2 items onto the Samira. Look for some kind of crazy Inferno trigger where she's able to get multiple members, you know, really low, and maybe pick up a double or a triple. That's got to be your play.
Oh my god. Penguin, you are seeing like a good future for Rogue Warriors. Doubles and triple kills I don't think are anywhere near their future. We even have double collector at this point for the side of V5, so Graves and Kai'Sa on extremely strong power spikes. Forges of gold card, but nothing.
Well, lands it onto PP God, and PP God, exactly as we said earlier, is not the priority target. The base has been cracked open now in this bot side, so super minions will start to trickle in slowly but surely into Rogue Warriors base, creating another avenue of pressure. Ziv, you can't walk forward, mate. You don't have vision. You have no idea where they are. You think they're going for the dragon, but they're actually going for a little bit of a bait and switch into this mid lane. They're going to drop down Reheal, who's going to be going great again. PP God will fall down. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but this turret is still very healthy. They are starting to focus it down. There's a 2-for-1. Okay, Rogue Warriors, you got yourselves a 3v4. You need to get a Q from Harrow onto one of these carries. You need a Dragon Strike, but I just don't think they can find it just yet.
And V5 just going to walk away with the objective. You were right. They played that one a bit different, Chad. No one really did, so V5 just got antsy and said, hey, let's just go on Reheal anyway. Let's dive Rogue Warriors. They get a kill. They get.
I feel like this is do or die. You're at 2 items now. You gotta try to go for something. They're going straight away. The Destiny and the teleport being committed. They have got the Heroes entrance as well. There's going to be a two-man taunt, but a double Sonya's stopwatch for Mole just keeps him alive forever and ever and ever. But it's sadly for the side of Rogue Warriors. You tried. I commend the effort, but you are beaten down. Triple kill for Trigger. He's hunting for the Quadra. He will be able to get it, and that is going to be game 1 to V5.
Exceptional performance from the macro and team play coming out from V5, and they're still showing us why they are a top contender this split.
Fantastic, methodical, and just meticulous work from V5 in this game. They knew the composition they had. They knew it in the soul lanes in the early game. As we see the last pick going to be the Gnar. So for the side of Rogue Warriors, they're going with the Rel, Samira, 2 of our, actually, and Lilia, 3 of our.
Yeah, and I wonder if they will be able to go for this dive. I mean, Mini Gnar is not very tanky, but I think this could be quite risky. He has Flash. He should have hop-off cooldown as well.
Oh, they're full committing to it. They did take the turret aggro, the flash in to get the stun. Flash bear slap if you're quick shot. They will give that first blood over to Mole, but Mole has nowhere to go now, and he is going to be chased down by Forge. It's a trade of 1 for 1. Bit of an overcommitment from...
Not able to do that anymore. We do see him sitting on that Null Magic Mantle, so is probably going to have to index into those work treads, because look how much threat he's under in this lane.
Oh, they land the Scatter of the Weak. They don't land the Swirl Seed, and underneath the tower, Forge gets locked up. They're trying to just run away from Wei, trying to just kite this one out. You can see Wei, he's so powerful with those stances. Gets the bear stance, gets himself a kill. So again, another 1 for 1 trade, but he is not done. There is a flash for Forge. Can he get himself away from this? No real mana. And the extra movement speed you get from swapping out between the different forms means that Wei is able to clean that one up, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, really nice.
No lilting lullaby though either. They have got level 6 onto Forge, so they're going to flash in, just try and commit fully onto this. The Scatter of the Weak does go down. Do they have enough damage? They do not. Now the TP responded to as V5 look to try and punish an overextension. They will find Forge, who had used his flash. That is a great response from V5.
Nice play coming out too. See that Audi's been doing quite well in the top side. Does have a CS advantage, and that's with him despite not being in lane for the past about 6.
Misses. He's just trading. It's very, very equal trade. Actually, one more auto attack from Trigger would have maybe made it different, but here we go. 3v3 in the mid lane. We're going to see a flash headbutt pulverize. Forge is dead. That's your damage down. And that is 2 easy, quick kills for the side of V5. Rogue Warriors.
Or Audi can be here, and they're just going to be able to pick this one up.
Oh, they may not be able to pick this one up as the teleport has been committed. That is Forge coming out the backside. Now you can see Audi using his. It's TPs on either side. They have Trigger off to the side. He is on a ward, though. They jump in. They're trying to see if they can get something down with the Magnet Force. They will get the Steel Dome, so Rogue Warriors stop the stacking, but now the fight can ensue. Samira is the first to drop. That's one of your big damage dealers, but a 4-man lilting lullaby is huge to try and keep this one going for Rogue Warriors. They're kiting this one very, very nicely. They're going to be able to use the Realm War out, but PP God's left alone. If they could just land one boomerang, they could maybe turn this one around, but he is not afraid, and he jumps straight back in on top of Ziv, who is yet to go back into Mega. They are going to be able to clean up a fight. It's a 3 for 3 overall. Rogue Warriors trying to keep themselves alive. There's not a huge amount of mana onto Mole. And the 3 for 3 is a full damage item, like you said. Now Forge, with no flash, gonna try and get himself away from this, but there's no threat you can go. They just about take him down with the red buff. Full 4-man commit into the mid lane does mean they're able to finally take this turret down. Like you mentioned earlier, we did see the Rift Herald was committed to that. 5v5 coming in here now as they finally pick up their mythics.
It's really interesting, too, to see the Frostfire Gauntlet showing Rogue Warriors are very intuitive, and they want to keep Victory 5 at arm's length.
Oh, there is the Scatter of the Weak. They're going to jump straight onto the Dragon, but it is secured by V5. Now the 5v5 can ensue. It's kind of a fight on 2 fronts. Flash, pulverize, PP God just trying to jump in on top of this back line. Trigger finds his trigger and jumps straight in on top of them. And that is 2-3 kills for the side of V5. They get the Dragon, they get the team.
V5 are pulling them across the map, but Weiwei's looking to go in.
Wait, he's so fast. He's so scary. You can see he's ignoring Reheal. Jumps straight on top of the Lilia. That is a dead deer. Bambi, bye-bye. And this is just becoming an a sure thing for the side of V5. They know exactly what to do. It's a repeat of game 1. They know where to be, they know where to go, and they're executing cleanly.
It was also textbook, right? We saw V5 set up into the 1-3-1. They pull Syndra and Gnar to the side lanes, and then they all rotate and collapse on the mid lane with numbers advantage. So very clean play in that instance coming out from V5. They're going to be very easily able to turn to this Baron, and Forge and Ziv shouldn't have any way of contesting this.
Now, this is becoming a little bit difficult now to see the light for Rogue Warriors. You've yet to take a turret. You've yet to really kind of get any kind of 5-man magnetic, magnet ultimate from the Rel. It's a lot of ifs.
Easy.
It's a lot
You're
of
right. You're right. Penguin. It sounds like every other Tuesday for some of the a scout of the. Okay, I got excited for no reason. There was a scout of the week onto one person. It was close enough.
It was Mole, so it's important. It's an important player. And this uses, we saw this actually a couple of times in a lot of different leagues, that the use of the Realm Morph just to be able to shift people, minions, quick as you possibly can. It can make that 1-3-1 or a 1-4 so powerful, especially with a Baron buff. It could just keep a push going when it shouldn't realistically continue.
And again, V5 are going to be pulling Rogoris to opposite sides of the map. The Dragon is coming up soon, so they could even just send one member. It doesn't even matter who, whether it's your Renekton, your Kai'Sa, your Udyr. Anyone can go and solo that while the other members of Victory 5 are keeping pressure on the map. And we've talked many times about the awkwardness of just kind of this mechanic of Gnar, how the Rage Bar is very random and very hard to play around. Ziv walking forward aggressively, hoping to do something, but you know what? It's already gone. It's already gone.
Yep, there's nothing really he can take there. There is another Mountain Drake available to Weiwei when he so sees fit. The last 40 seconds of this Baron, they are going to take down the last of...
I mean, it's just hard to judge whatever he builds overall this game because they're 12k gold behind. He's not going to be able to have an impact. I think another interesting thing to note in terms of builds, though, is that, we were highlighting Udyr's build being good against double AP and all the movement speed.
Running away, to be perfectly honest. It's terrifying. And now... Baron isn't even up. They have total control over this jungle side. You can see them just going for a little bit of a play. Weiwei just jumping straight onto the front line. Well, the Realm Wolf is used. Rel is dead. Double kill for Trigger with Mole adding the third. This is all but over for Rogue Warriors, but V5, they came, they saw, they conquered. Triple kill for Trigger. They're going to try and keep chasing down Michi, who has got the frame perfect on the cleanse, but it does not matter. It's a full house, triple on the double, and V5 going to take a 2-0.
And a Bear Man just absolutely running at them causes the end of this game. Great team fight coming out from V5. And this is a sort of decisive win we need to see if V5 still want to be considered a top team.
Yep, a great 2-0. There was, honestly, from the 10-12 minute mark, no doubt in either game that V5 were most likely going to be the favors in this particular series. And 2-0, you'll absolutely take that clean as you like. V5 take themselves to 3-1.
It's also... It shows how ridiculously ahead they were that Weiwei was just able to...